My name is Randy Sesko. I'm the owner, co-founder, and bathroom cleaner of Cold Front Calls. I'm located in the small town of Syracuse, Indiana. I make duck and goose calls out of almost any material that you can dream of, think of, or have heard of. Everything from domestic woods to exotic woods, stabilized woods, acrylics, micartas. In fact, I'm working on some calls right now that actually came from firewood. The history with working with wood probably comes from my dad. He was an industrial arts teacher at a local high school here and built the house I grew up in as a kid. And so it feels like that every piece of wood that I touch in this shop and call that goes out of here to a new customer has a piece of my dad with it too. We were getting ready to go on a duck hunting trip to Saginaw Bay. At that time I needed a louder duck call. So I went to the local sporting goods store and purchased a $140 duck call. And I started looking at this thing and looking at it and studying it and said, I figure I can make this cheaper than $140. Well, not so much. Trial and error and research and development. It was expensive to get started and learning the process and what makes a duck call quack and what makes it not quack. The first time that I made a call and used it in the field, we had a flock of geese go over us and they didn't make a sound and they just kept kind of flying downriver. And so I grabbed my goose call, made a couple honks on it and a couple double clucks and peeled off the back end of the flight. And they came right in, popped up, shot them. And I was just kind of looking at my buddy and he's just like, this is pretty cool. I made something that fooled Mother Nature. And so that kind of scenario happened about 4 or 5 times that day. And we ended up shooting the 2-man limit. There are benefits of using different types of wood as far as tonal qualities you get out. Like maples, they're typically a soft wood. You're going to get a more mellow tone out of them. A harder wood like African blackwood or hedge is harder. It's going to be a little sharper sound. Exotic woods and different things like that are a little bit harder to find. You got to be a little nosy, ask some questions to the right people, and then you might get a lead. Envisioning how a call would look at a piece of wood by just looking at it's pretty tough, but you can get a general idea, because once you start taking away a piece of wood, taking the layers off of it to shape it, some things may pop up. Believe it or not, I've had calls or pieces of wood that there was a musket ball in it. So go figure. What's the odds of that? I would just be happy that there are calls out there that people are using to help fool Mother Nature, to pass down to the next generation, to their kids, their grandkids, and say, hey, I got this from a call maker in Indiana. Just an heirloom kind of thing. Make a quality piece that lasts generations. Every call has a sticker of the Cold Front Calls, handcrafted, custom made duck and goose calls on it. The bottom of the lid is also signed. It's made for the customer's name, made by me, Randy Sesko. The call number itself, and then the slogan, Hunt the Front, is all hand written on the inside of the lid. There are several ways to find more information about Cold Front Calls. www.coldfrontcalls.com. You can also email me through the website, or you are more than welcome to call my cell phone. I have it on me all the time, 269-830-3165. Also on Facebook, just look up Cold Front Calls and you'll find my page there. The favorite part about making a call is when you grab a piece of wood, you don't know what you got until you start shaping it. And then the end product is, I made this. This is pretty cool looking, turned out great. And then the clients call you and say, hey, I love this call, it looks great. And then a few days later, they send you a picture of their successes out in the field. So it's a lot of fun. Like, it's gratifying, very gratifying.